Good morning, committee. Good morning, Mr. Chair. I am State Senator Robin Wright Jones from the 5th District, City of St. Louis on the east side, and I bring before you Linda Martinez, a constituent from my district. She is before you and has been recommended by the governor as the director of the Department of Economic Development. Ms. Martinez has spent 27 years in the legal profession. She has been a stalwart worker in our city of St. Louis on all types of bond and developer transaction deals. She's been able to stabilize our communities. She's been able to be involved in some of our most premier projects in the city as well as in the state. And she's been a strong community activist as well. I think she'd be an excellent choice for this position. Her background, as you'll read in her resume, has covered all types of development deals. That's bonds, bond transactions, airports, arenas, many of our infrastructure type projects in the city. In doing so, some of the businesses are large major corporations and some are small business enterprises and owners, which gives them the opportunity to be at a level where they gain new skills and can continue to turn those things over in our city. I bring her before you with great zeal for her appointment, and I look forward to a long working relationship with her. Thank you.
Okay, questions, Senator Callahan?
Good morning, Mr. Martinez.
Good morning.
Looking through your resume, you have a tremendous background in the issues that are going to be in front of economic development in this very critical time. There has been some discussion and some calls regarding some pro bono work that you did involving the illegal immigration issue in Valley Park. I always believe in just so that there's no misunderstanding, can you kind of explain what that issue is about?
Thank you, Senator, because I would like to explain it. I think there's been a lot of background about the case, and I'd like to address it straightforward. My firm represented on a pro bono basis small business owners and landlords in the Valley Park area that were being subjected to a new set of ordinances that Valley Park adopted that put them at risk of losing their business license with no right to appeal, no right for a hearing, on mere allegations of renting to illegal aliens, undocumented workers, or employing undocumented workers. And what we were concerned about was several things. One, under state law, and it was ultimately decided, the city of Valley Park did not have the power to regulate immigration. The other issue was there going to be one set of rules in Valley Park? Was there going to be one set of rules in Olivet? Was there going to be another set of rules in Cape Girardeau? And fortunately, what I have seen is the state of Missouri has passed one consistent law for all businesses in all cities in the entire state. And I think that's a very good measure that will help small businesses so they don't have inconsistent patchwork of legislation that would address the issue.
The issue you dealt with would be very similar to the one that this legislature dealt with, where subcontractors and contractors did not want standards imposed on business entities and their basic rights, and kind of the line between where government's responsibility is in immigration and how much do you impose on the mom and pop business, I guess would be the issue, right?
That is part of the issue. I mean, how much, effort.
You turn them into immigration officials.
Right. How much do you want to transfer the business of government to? Yeah, the cost, because here we are in a very critical time. Businesses are trying to develop their, expand their businesses, retain their existing employees, and maintain their existing business, and then you put on them the burden of enforcing the immigration laws. But the other concern was we had businesses that were operating in more than one city, and they were concerned that there would, like I said, there would be this patchwork of regulations. And fortunately, now we have one consistent process for the entire state, and I intend to enforce it the same way that any other official would.
I would like to know a little bit more about the small business development loan program Governor Nixon has put out. It's my understanding, and correct me if I'm wrong, it's envisioned, if the Missouri Development Finance Board adopts it through its current membership, that there would be $25,000 loans. Every small business person I talk to says the $25,000 loan is a joke. Why are they wrong?
Well, I think what we're trying to do is see what we can do to jumpstart our entrepreneurial capabilities. When there was a major layoff in the 90s at McDonnell Douglas, there was, I think, 20% layoff. One of the things that happened was all these people saw themselves in a different light. I mean, some of them saw themselves as unemployed and were looking to go back to businesses and go back into the same kind of environment they were in before, but a number of them started businesses. And what they were looking for is, instead of borrowing on their MasterCard or their Visa, a jump start of seed capital. So we're talking about really trying to spark the entrepreneurial economy, and people who have good ideas that can get business plans through the SBDCs can learn about applying for loans. I think what I'm trying to envision that program is really going back to the very basics. Instead of seeing 219,000 unemployed people as people that are collecting unemployment checks, but seeing it as 219,000 entrepreneurial possibilities.
I have a couple questions. Senator Logger has asked for some responses from you and questions. Can you tell me where you're at in that process?
I think he was asking for information about what I was doing with regard to former clients, and I have provided that to the General Counsel and to the Governor's Office.
But not to Senator Logger?
I can certainly provide him the memo, absolutely.
Okay, because I don't think he feels at this point that his questions have been satisfied on that.
I think he's looking for a list of clients, and I have not said that I would provide a list of clients. I've set up the methodology, but I don't think it would be appropriate to provide a list of clients, because what I'm trying to do is set up, like I said, the three-pronged set, where if I was working on somebody's project, I'm not going to work on that, and I will not exercise any discretion. If I prepared the documents, I will accuse myself that I will not make any decisions, but as to everybody else, I feel I'm capable of applying, together with the entire department, consistent standards.
And I would tell you, to save the poor leader time tomorrow, what I intend to do until he has been satisfied, either I satisfy him in this committee or he gets satisfied on the Senate board, what I will probably do is call an executive session tomorrow morning at 9:30 and vote your appointment out at that time, assuming that he is satisfied at that point, and give you that time to meet with him and work through that discussion.
Okay, thank you.